know that those are her statutory duties. If she's, and she's been doing it, and Jan did it before her. So I think if you're worried about it not being concise enough to give the public notice, then put the word investors report in that item. It's a reoccurring item, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought, yeah. I mean, but ultimately, yeah, it doesn't need to be, do they approve your investors report, or is it just a report?
But for the financial that I do every month, yes, it is approved.
Okay. But it's something
And it
that
does
gets
fit.
approved monthly, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think that it's all the drafter's preference.
And if that's, like I said, you know, if the Commissioner's Court wants that to be done, I can talk to the county clerks when it comes time for quarterly and have that as, like you said, a sub-item investment report and start reporting that, as well as continuing to do it monthly.
You said the only investment is the FNC that's reported quarterly? Everything else is?
You can still do
would be
Texas
accurate?
pool, or excuse me, Texas class and Tex pool. You can still do that quarter because it really is an investment that you're putting your money into those funds. So that would be included on those as well. So yes, I can do that. It would be those. I would not put, I mean, I could do the banking account too, but like I said, those are monthly. It's just going to be repeated or as a lump sum doing it quarterly instead of seeing the individual amounts monthly. So.
Anybody else have any questions?
I got one more. So under 701 paragraph 2, do we check with our depository to see how the funds over 250,000 are collateralized and what that percentage is?
As far as all our funds, yes, they send me monthly, they'll say, or not necessarily monthly, depending on how it's changing, those pledge reports and seeing as far as how collateral goes and if I need to sign off. So once we get more of the funds in, then they'll start picking up more versus when we start to lose and they start to take them off.
Do you know what percentage that we're collateralized at?
This current rate, no, I do not at the moment, but I can look in.
Yeah, because at the training I went to, they indicated that as interest rates are going up, we should be making sure that that's collateralized at more than 100%.
Okay.
So I would like to know what the collateralized percent is. And if you can include that in your treasurer's report too, whenever it's appropriate at each time, so we can see that.
Okay.
Okay, next question? Okay, anybody else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We need to take action, Judge.
Yes.
We have to-
Approve the investment policy.
I make a motion, Judge, to approve the treasurer's, Wilson County Treasurer's 2022 investment policy.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Fall,
I'll second it.
second by Commissioner Wiley. We approve the,
I got point of order report on the motion. So we requested, or I requested a change. So in paragraph 5. On the 305 to include the estimated yield. You will amend your motion to include that?
I'll amend that motion
to include that
to include the
with the addition of
section
305,
305.
the estimated yield.
Yeah.
Once I do that, I will submit that new one to.
Okay, is that the only change we have? Okay, motion and a second with the change to 305. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Okay, moving right along to agenda item number 8. Now we're going to auditor. Richard L. Jackson, County Judge, Brenda L. Toledo, County Auditor, presentation of Wilson County Treasurer's Office audit, 9/28/22.
Yes, ma'am, please, in case someone has a question.
So this was
Don't
an
know
audit
what you're asking
that was conducted September 28th and 29th by my office of the treasurer's office. Pleased to say everything checked out. This is just regular audit of deposits, revenue received by the county, deposit processes, etc. We also did a duty form to learn about the segregation of duties in the treasurer's office, and how everyone is cross-trained. Christina and I talked about a couple of suggestions just to continue help maintaining, keeping up with everything in your office, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary that needs to be addressed. Everything was in check. I just went ahead and put all of the detail in there for your reading pleasure. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to let me know. But like I said, everything checked out and there was nothing major to report.
I have one question. On your duty form, you're showing a deputy, but there's really not a deputy, is there?
They're titled deputy treasurer and assistant deputy treasurer.
Right, but the deputy, this column,
Yes, so that's the treasurer, that's the
Right.
deputy treasurer, the
right,
assistant
but there's
deputy.
no person in this position.
Yes, there is, that's Gabrielle Landrum.
That's never, okay.
Yes. So the, yeah, so you've got Christina, Gabby, Haley, and Gloria. Mhm. And the audit was conducted by myself and Kristen Lovis, so we kind of split the.
Anybody else have any questions about the audit?
I'll give her an A.
Gold star. Gold star.
Gold star. So that was it to report on that, it's just for your information.
Thank you.
Also, we don't need to take any action.
No.
Okay, moving right along to agenda item number 9, Richard L. Jackson County Judge discuss and take action on courthouse sidewalk repairs. Mr. Fowle, did you want to take this over?
You got copies for each?
Yeah, well, just do there.
You can make copies.
You got two?
Might want to give one to, don't have one for the
Okay,
attorney.
I was asked, Judge, by Genevieve, to take a look at, or getting a quote to repair the sidewalk out here on, right outside the courthouse, or the parking lot. Because when the cars park, it's really not, you can't hardly walk. You definitely can't get a wheelchair or someone handicapped can't hardly walk. To get that replaced, the sidewalk and the curb. And the other one is the one coming off the main, off the back, going back towards the old jail museum. It's actually dirt. There's no actual sidewalk goes up to the jail museum around to the front. Make that handicap and get that replaced. And the other sidewalk is also from the main one going over to the maintenance, Kevin's office or supply room, where he's having to bring stuff across to the courthouse. He's got to go across those bricks and it's all kind of messed up. It's kind of hard getting across that area. And also a little piece in front of the old jail museum from the front door to the curb, to the sidewalk. It's all broken up and, you know, we really haven't spent a lot of money on the jail museum itself, but I think this will beautify the area and make it all handicap accessible for the people around the courthouse. And this is the price, the total price, and if you look at the item number 8, asphalt repair if needed, that's out here removing the curb and putting a new curb in. If it's not needed, that line item will not be paid, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be needed. Once you take out the old curb, that asphalt's gonna probably come with it. And
And this is the same contractor that did for the city, did
for the city sidewalk
sidewalk
downtown.
on Street,
They did a good
on
job.
Third Street.
Yep, and, this is, what this is also is we gotta supply the barricades and barricade off that first row parking area, which Kevin has enough barricades, or I think Road and Bridge can help out too. If they need more barricade off so they can do that construction. And the other is we haul off the concrete when they pull out the old concrete.
All at where?
I was gonna take it to the back of the expo with it, the very back where we're pushing off that dirt, with that big area that we can just cover it up as time goes on.
It'll be a pretty quick turnaround too.
Yes, but it is as needed, you know, as they're digging it out, they can just load it in a dump truck and take off.
Where's the ADA ramps?
They're gonna put one right here where it comes to the sidewalk here and go down so that they can come back up and get into this actual city sidewalk. And then over here, actually where the judge parks his vehicle, makes that little curve around, they'll be able to go around. Then they can go all the way around to the courthouse and come back around.
He said no truncated domes, but I believe that's required for ADA.
What's that?
The truncated domes, when you have that landing area, you're supposed to have a warning to let the handicap know. Because I believe that's required. I'd like to check into that before we make
Our
sure that's not
handicap
required.
access,
It's actually back. But this is just to help. Right now, we got nothing here
Yeah.
on this side.
But you're making it handicap, you're calling it an ADA ramp, so it needs to be compliant with ADA. In my opinion.
So you're saying we need to add? the cone?
I think that needs to be in there. I don't think it's a requirement. If you're gonna call it an ADA ramp, then it needs to be.
when
in there.
we
I mean, I have to go
we got
look
two
at it.
choices, I have no problem with, I'm sure they can change and that, but just not call it an ADA ramp, because it's not, this is not the part of the courthouse that's accessible for ADA, it's that.
It's on the
our-
other side.
Yeah.
Our handicap accessibility is in the back.
This is just the sidewalk leading to that.
The easy way is not call it ADA, or if we do that, then we can see what it is, see what he's got. The front across that,
Right.
whatever he did there, I'm sure he'll use the same measurements that he did, that he did there, use the same measurements for this.
I'll check into that.
May I weigh in on that?
Yes,
This was prepared by our bidder. This is, did you tell him to put this on here, Commissioner File? So this was his words. This may not be what our intent is, but if it is, your intent is to be ADA compliant, I agree with Commissioner Martin. But if it is not, and it has in fact been kind of misidentified on here, because that's what he believes the intent to be, then tell him no, the ADA compliant section of our courthouse parking is actually in the rear. And this is just kind of a walkway ramp to I guess, address an elevation issue or something like that. I don't know. I hear y'all talking about it. I'm like, well, we didn't prepare this, he did. So I would clarify with him, Commissioner.
Okay.
And tell him that it's not an ADA scenario, this is just merely a ramp, a transition ramp or something. But if it is gonna be ADA, it needs to be compliant in accordance with whatever that is. I'd have to look at it.
I'll take a look at that line and see.
There's no need for it to be because of room.
Right. Anyway, I'll make a motion, Judge, to approve the bid of $24,699 to replace the sidewalk on the side of the courthouse, on the south side, and also going back to the jailhouse museum.
with the clarification of
With the
number
clarification on number 6, line item number 6.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Fowle,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Wiley, that we approve the bid of SLP Infrastructure Incorporated. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. I am going to wait until we get the information back on number 6 before I sign the
Okay.
proposal. Okay. Now to agenda item number 10. Rebecca Scriven, Permits and Development Director. 10A, Utility Permit. 10A1, Permit number 699, Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 3, County Road 337 and County Road 342, review and approve. And can we do them both since they're both in precinct?
All three of them are in precinct 3.
Okay, all three of them precinct, okay. Then 10A2, permit number 700, Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 3, Post Oak Road, review and approve. And 10A3, permit number 701, Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 3, County Road 332, review and approve.
There's
All
three
right.
chances to screw up the Exactly.
All right, so I did the maps a little bit different for y'all, but y'all have them in front of you. For permit 699, they're installing a 6-inch line along County Road 337 from the intersection with Highway 87 to County Road 342. They're proposing to bore under County Road 337 with that 6-inch line as well, with a 10-inch casing, steel casing. And it's to service incoming development.
I guess that's for that development.
Yes, sir. The Camino Verde.
Yep.
So it's gonna run alongside the road after it crosses, it's gonna cross 347?
It's not gonna cross 342. The map that they gave me was, they used a highlighter and it wasn't exactly as specific, but it's
Okay.
just gonna be on the south side of County Road 337 and then bore under County Road 337 and stay on the west side of County Road 342.
Okay.
I want them to set it as close to the fence line as they could.
On County Road, along 337, it'll be 7 feet off the property line into the county right of way.
Why is it done right?
Not very. I'll have to go measure it and see if that's gonna even work.
You need to-
Not much right away there.
You wanna hold off on that one?
But if they put it in a point to where you can't control your board ditch, I don't know what you have over there, but
There's not much of a ordinance there because there's not much right away there. That's just a little narrow cut across from 87 to 342. He'd probably be all right if they trench it. They can't get in there with a backhoe and do it, or they'll tear the road up. So,
they wouldn't do that.
You okay with it?
yeah.
Okay, how about the permit number 700?
All right, 700 is, they're proposing a 2-inch service line to bore under Post Oak Road, about 3/10 of a mile from Trails End. Just a full service line to serve a property of track.
Okay.
All right, and for permit 701, they're proposing to bore under County Road 332, about 3/10 of a mile from East 2nd Street. It'll be 3 feet deep, approximately. This one is to serve a 10-acre tract.
Yeah, I'm okay with that one. I'm familiar with it. I'll make a motion that we approve permit 699, permit 700, permit 701 with SS Water Supply Corporation.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bardola, second by Commissioner Morton. We approve permit number 699, 700, and 701. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That's the problem with all American roads is when all this development is coming in, they're putting utilities in and nowhere to put them.
Okay, moving right along to agenda item number 11, Jalen T. Boddicker, Human Resource General Specialist. Payroll and personnel changes.
Is it not? That's okay. Okay, Genevieve Flippin was hired as a dispatcher for the Sheriff's Department, making $17.39 per hour or $36,171.20 annually, effective October 11th. Joseph Bell was hired as a dispatcher for the Sheriff's Department, making $17.39 per hour or $36,171.20 annually, effective October 14th. Rhonda Heath was hired as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department, making $18.03 per hour or $39,377.52 annually, effective October 17th. And Yvette Fox was hired as a dispatcher for the Sheriff's Department, making $17.39 per hour or $36,171.20 annually, effective October 24th. And Lily Morgan Tam resigned from her position as a digital navigator librarian, effective October 20th.
Thank you. It's all informational. Okay. Now, to agenda item number 12, Brenda L. Trevino, County Auditor, bills.
I was thinking Christina, sorry. Total of bills right now, don't have sticker shock, $546,002.33. This is, it's got a couple of our annual payments, our insurances and stuff like that that are due.
I'll kick in the 33 cents.
And it also has the trolley payment in there, Judge, to Atascosa, our annual payment of the $154. This is
Yeah, that's something that I know Judge Hurley and
Yeah.
I both have been, Trala is on their way out and we're still paying them full amount.
Sure.
And we're working with that
Sure.
in TIDC,
That's the
Texas
credit card.
Indigent Defense Commission,
Yeah.
because they're not handling the caseload. All they're doing is finishing their cases up.
Yeah.
So,
And unfortunately, I know that the auditor, my counterpart in Atascosa, tried to get it prorated, but because the contract officially termed September 30th, they came back and said that we were responsible for the entire year. So I said, well, that goes to last year's fiscal budget, so I wanted to make sure that we get it included in payments so we can get it off of the books. So it will not affect this new budget.
because they haven't taken new cases since July.
July.
And that, 'cause like I said, Judge Hurley's having a,
Yeah, basically an entire quarter that we're
yes.
paying for without services, but because it's an annual payment.
But in the process, we have a new Atascosa, and we're involved in this Atascosa Area Rural Public Defender's Office. In the process, we have a lady named Becky James, and she is working feverishly and doing a heck of a good job of getting it started. So, and that way, instead of having to do business with another, I don't know if you would call them a firm or whatever Trala is, the 4 counties that are involved in this will be in charge of it with an oversight committee. So we're on the way.
Yes. And I failed to get it on the agenda for this go-round, but on the next agenda also, you'll see where I will bring the acceptance of the award for the Indigent Defense Coordinator grant that we were awarded, and I'll bring that to you for ratification. And about half of this amount is for last fiscal year, and half of it is for this new budget year, so out of that 500,000.
So we should be through with last year.
I'm pretty sure, we may have a couple of things pending from the sheriff's department that we're waiting on, some invoicing, to make sure that it gets coded to last year's budget. But for the most part, every other department should be finalized, and hopefully I'll have my year-end report ready for you. I'll have it ready in November. I'm just not sure if it'll be the first or second quarter. Yes. 5, 546, 002, and 33 cents. Should hopefully get it right again.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Pardola to move the bills. Is there any questions, additions, deletions, changes? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we have passed bills. We can pay the bills one more time.
Commissioner Wiley, I like your socks.
Thank you.
Okay, this is agenda item number 13.
I like that.
At 9:54, we are adjourned.